Okay, one more story. This is a story on drones. Drones, anywhere in a lot of places in Honolulu, there'll be a map that shows the area that drones are forbidden to be off the ground, all over, especially around Pearl Harbor. You'll see a map below on this article. But drones anywhere in Waikiki, from the LOI Canal at the harbor all the way down to Diamond Head, and pretty much everywhere in the Waikiki property, from the LOI down to the Diamond Head, down to the LOI here on this west end, and out to the beach, to the ocean, way out. You can't have a drone off the ground unless you have a permit. And you'll see drones. They're doing various things. Some are realtors who you'll see pictures of a apartment, and they'll have an arrow to show where the apartment is in the building that they're trying to sell it. And realtors know this is illegal, yet they do it. Sometimes you'll see kids just playing with drones, right? Oh, I got this drone from and they're playing up and down. I think it's fun. It's illegal. The third time is, Councilman Waters told me this. Can we have enough buses go by all at once? I live in Alamo on a boulevard. There are people and organized criminals, the same ones who buy the bikes and the meth heads in the park over there, who are behind these drones, and what they're doing is they're spying on the contents of your unit, on your friends' units or family members or whoever. You need to let them know when they're not at home, or keep their shears drawn for sure, and maybe their drapes so they can't spy in. If you see someone using a drone like on your property, and you can see the car, discreetly, without them knowing, take a picture of their plate and their photos, and walk away so they can't see you, and call the police. The police are supposed to enforce this anti-drone law. It's an FAA law they're violating. The police don't know that they're supposed to enforce it, but they are. And I have some emails from them, which will talk about it, from the FAA, and they said, in fact, local law enforcement is in charge of that. And so I'm going to make that clarified in the next neighborhood board meeting about that. So be careful. These people are spying and they want to steal your stuff. And I'm going to attach below some links to various videos you can watch on the subject, and some images of where you can and can't fly on Oahu. And remember, some of the people who are doing these things are not looking out for you. You know, it's really out of control. Waikiki has become a place, it's becoming unlivable because older people are afraid to go out at night. There's I feel sometimes myself, and I'm a streetwise guy, I'm not a guy where I go out, but I feel like I'm sitting on the set of Fear the Walking Dead with these crazy people high on drugs all the time. And it appears the city has no reason or way to fix them. I mean, a lot of them are lost forever because the drugs have destroyed their brains, and they need to be housed and taken care of for the rest of their lives, and the city just doesn't care. And check this out. When the eviction moratorium ends August 8th, and it's going to end, don't think he's going to extend it again. I mean, they got some programs for people to pay their rent, but there's something like, what was it? Oh, it's a crazy number of homes that are delinquent. Like 200,000 homes are delinquent in Hawaii in total. We have the highest delinquency rate on mortgage foreclosures. So we'll see what the banks do there. And the evictions, there's huge, like we could see 20,000 more people on the streets in Honolulu by next spring. And my friends in HPD told me that they're expecting a huge crime wave. And they know it, and they don't want to tell you. And the media is not going to tell you any of the stories I talk about until they actually happen, because they're not news, because it hasn't happened yet. But I'm telling you, it's everything I ever say comes true. And media stopped covering me because I'm calling them out, because they're going with the Chamber of Commerce line. They're very much, it might as well just put Chamber of Commerce, Hawaii Tourism Authority, and say that the news is sponsored by them to some degree. And I'm tired of hearing about a restaurant opening or a bakery, you know, or the stupid stuff they report on. Anyway, things that matter to people's pocketbooks are what matters. They stopped reporting on unemployment altogether. They kept reporting the story about how the Plus Up money is making people not to go to work, and then Ige flipped his story and said something totally different. Wasn't that just amazing? Wasn't that just friggin' amazing? What a friggin' hypocrite that guy is. First he says you need to go to work, everything's fantastic. then he says something different. I'll do that as another story. Unbelievable.